Hey, what's up guys, it's Renaldo here. So this video is going to focus on how Cyril Ramaphosa is not serious about fighting crime in South Africa. Now the reason I say this is because it's quite clear that the ANC has been littered with corruption and the government of South Africa has been littered with corruption, and Cyril Ramaphosa is the president of both. He is the president of the ANC and he's the president of the country, and yet corruption is thriving under both. Now, to illustrate why I say that he is not serious about this. Now, we all know about the allegations that KZN Police Commissioner Mchunu made against the Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, as well as the judiciary, other politicians and businesses, etc., etc. The reason he's not serious is because he placed Senzo Mchunu on leave after he mentioned that he's going to establish a commission that's going to take a year at least, which is just delaying tactics, and it's allowing those that has been fingered in these allegations to now get a way to intimidate people, to get rid of evidence. But that is not the actual reason. The reason is because he has made Gwede Mantashe the interim police minister. Now, there is a lot of things that you can say about Gwede Mantashe, and there is a lot of things that is questionable with regards to Gwede Mantashe. I think the thing that stands out the most, however, is the fact that here we have Cyril Ramaphosa that has time and time again called for commissions. And every time a commission comes out with a report, then he either ignores the report, fails to act on it, or it takes forever for him to make it public so that eventually some action can be taken. Now, Gwede Mantashe was fingered in the Zondo Commission. He was pointed out and called out by name. In actual fact, let me tell you what was said about him. Alright, so here we've got the Zondo final report, Bosasa, the case against Mantashe, dated the 3rd of March, and it's from Corruption Watch. You can see it's a URL, so I'll post this link in the description. But in essence, I'm not going to read all of it. You can go and read, but I'll just give you a taste of who our new acting police minister is. Now, Minerals and Energy Minister Gwede Mantashe does not agree with the findings of the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture that there is reasonable suspicion that he had a corrupt relationship with Bosasa. Mantashe held a media briefing on Wednesday, the day after the third installment of the Commission's report was made public, in which he defended his evidence before the Commission, also stating that he was taking legal advice on pursuing a judicial review of the findings. Yeah, that's what every guilty person does. Three properties belonging to Mantashe were fitted with security upgrades in 2013 at Bosasa's cost of around 650,000 rand. The company's former chief operations officer, Angelo Grizi, made these allegations when he appeared before the commission in January 2019. The minister did not dispute that the installations were made, but claimed that he was unaware that Bosasa paid. 2 of the properties are in the Eastern Cape, while a third is in Boksburg, Ekurhuleni. Now, can I just ask a question? If you get people in your house that come and fit CCTV cameras, security, and etc., and you can see that it's quite a hefty project, how do you not ask where is the bill? How do you just assume that these things are magically paid for and you don't have to worry about it? Like, please explain that to me. But yeah, regardless, Commission Chairperson Acting Chief Justice Raymond Zondo was unconvinced by Mantashe's evidence that the upgrades were a personal favor from Bosasa Director Papa Leshabane, who happened to be a family friend. Zondo also notes that the actual cost could not be verified. And then it goes on and on, but he gives arguments and it is countered. But inevitably, right at the end, it says, Mantashe told journalists on Wednesday that he saw no need to step down from his position, given that Zondo had not found any prima facie evidence against him, but instead recommended that further investigations be conducted to pursue this. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. So we have a minister that has taken leave because he's been accused of wrongdoing. And what we get as the acting Minister of Police is an individual that's been accused of wrongdoing. That's right. That's the South African way. Well, at least that's the ANC way. And that definitely is Cyril Ramaphosa's way. Because think about this. We've got the Zondo Commission that cost R1 billion, that gave and it fingered individuals that were clearly involved in corrupt activities, but nothing has been done with that report. Then we have another report from the July riots in which it clearly states that the police services have been infiltrated, there's problems there, and it needs to be looked at. And then we've got another report from I think it is Professor Sandy Africa, in which it also discusses the issues that is currently facing the SAPS and also alleged corruption. And none of these reports have had the findings implemented. None of them. And please note that what the president has asked for now is yet another commission to investigate this. So now we've gone from having a minister that has recently been accused of wrongdoing, and he is replaced with a minister that has previously been accused of wrongdoing and has not cleared his name by any stretch of the imagination, because the Zondo Commission findings have not been implemented and the recommendations have not been followed. A recommendation was that Gwede Mantashe needs to be investigated for corruption, and that has not taken place. And yet this is our new interim police minister. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. There are so many individuals that you can choose from to be the acting police minister. And I get that it will end in a month or two. But why can we not, for the love of God, have a minister of police that does not have a history of dodgy, shady business and have something against his name that should be investigated? How have we not learned from past mistakes? At some point you have to say, ignorance will only take you thus far, and after that you have to start looking at the facts and go, is this a concerted effort to try and undermine the government of South Africa and to undermine the citizens of this country? Because that is what it seems like. I really truly think it's time that South Africa needs to seriously consider a vote of no confidence against Cyril Ramaphosa. Because yes, whatever might come next might be worse. But right now, we know for certain that what we have is worse than what we previously had under Jacob Zuma. And that is saying a lot, because Jacob Zuma was terrible. I'd rather take that risk. I'd rather take that risk in the next president might be worse, because the might is there. It may happen, it might not happen. Whereas now we know that we've got a terrible president in Cyril Ramaphosa. So it's time for a vote of no confidence. And it's time that the GNU partners seriously look at bringing that motion to Parliament so that we can get rid of a useless president. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to smash the like button. Please be sure to subscribe. And if you enjoy my content, please share this video far and wide. And please consider becoming a member to this channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. And that's all I got to say. Till later, cheers and peace out.
You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre. I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre.